Good morning! Welcome to Jake's Bounty. It's December the 3rd, 2020. Here we go. Jake's Bounty. I'm in the garage and going. Alright, thank you very much for tuning to Jake's Bounty. I'm your host, Jake Hernandez. It is a Throwback Thursday. Unfortunately, I don't have an item that I can throw back to, but I will instead do trivia questions instead. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Morgan Rose's new EP, Controlled Chaos. So we got that as well. So why don't we go ahead and get into the sponsors. Before we do that, I want to thank the music right there. It was provided by Morgan Rose. It's his new EP entitled Control Chaos on Rise Records, all right? Just released last Friday, okay? That song was entitled Clarity, all right? We'll hear more of that later on, as well as a review about the EP as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get those sponsors out of the way. We've got Scratch Out, DVD, CD, repair. You can get all those scratches out of your pornos and make them just as good as new. I mean, you can watch them again, even though you got the internet on your phone and on your tablet and whatever. No, get out those pornos and scratch them out with Scratch Out. All right, Diabetics foot cream. Here still at Jake's Bounty. If you're a foot freak, here you go. If you need diabetic help, here you go. Diabetics foot cream. All right. And finally, at least for right now, we have DAP. That's right. DAP, no, it doesn't stand for Dick and Pussy, but it does stand for the good stuff when you come calling for Quick Seal Plus and bathroom kitchen sealants. All right. Let's go ahead and get to my bounty now. Get some of this stuff out of the way. All right. I could have got more, but I filled up at like 3 locations, the church, and then, what was it, King's Market, and then AM PM. I could have stopped at King's Market, but I was like, you know what? I know I'm going to find 1 or 2 right here, AM PM. Just put them on top, stuff them in there real good, and that's what I did. So Kirkland, water. Most of these are going to be water, because I found at the church, people play basketball over there a lot. Purified water. Let's see, this one. Unopened Niagara water. A little disgusting, but hey, it's worth something. Another Crystal Geyser water. Another water. Let me see if I can find anything different. Here we go. Cherry limeade. There we go. Anything else? Yoo-hoo. Haven't had a Yoo-hoo in quite some time. Here we go. Just put these all back in, and I'm going to empty that one. And there we go. Let the little trail of smudge behind, but that's okay. Hold on one sec, I'll wipe it up. Okay, here we go. That won't bother me. Okay. Also, Comfort Sanitary Soap, antibacterial soap. Get rid of that gross stuff I just touched, as well as being prepared for COVID. Oh, yeah. All right, well, we're going to go and dig some news because I didn't find anything on my trail, unfortunately, and I didn't actually look at anything for, Throwback Thursday because I knew I had to do a review, and that was going to take up some time, so I was like, you know what, next week we'll go ahead and do it like usual. All right, so let's get to some news. Wrestlers, bad news. Pat Patterson passes away yesterday morning at age 79 from cancer. Yeah, I hadn't even known he had cancer yet until yesterday after his passing. Really bad news, you know, because I still love WWE, WWF from, you know, way back when, and he had a bunch of hand in creating some of the characters and training and just, you know, being an agent and just scouting everything and just doing what he did for so many years in wrestling. Very unfortunate he passed away. All right, Rayford Johnson also died yesterday. This is very bad news, as Rayford Johnson was a Kingsburg native from Kingsburg for so many years and lived here throughout his childhood, and then moved away when he, you know, started on his Olympic path. Even before that, when he went to college, and then went on to his Olympic path. You know, I didn't know he was in so many movies. I mean, he was in James Bond film. He was in a movie with Elvis. He was actually there at the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, and ended up taking down Sirhan Sirhan. Was right there at the shooting. That's crazy. His kids were also Olympic heroes. They didn't go as far as he did, but just to make it in the Olympics period is just an astonishment. You know, amazing accolades. I remember meeting him. I mean, I shook his hand and actually sit and talk with him or anything. He talked a while about his life and some of the stories, and you know, I shook his hand when it came time to graduate from Rayford Johnson Junior High, and I think even high school as well. So, very sad news. He passed away yesterday, 86, from a stroke. Go ahead and look up his career. He did some very many fascinating things just besides his, you know, Olympic career. Okay, free to get tested for COVID-19 at Fresno Fairgrounds. So now you can't say, oh, I got no time, I can't do it. It's drive-through, it's in and out, it's free. You know, it's in Fresno Fairgrounds. Yeah, it's not exactly the best neighborhood, but you're just driving through there. You're not actually stopping there, you know, and trying to buy a house there or anything. So go ahead and get tested. And again, it's at the Fresno Fairgrounds. All right. 18-year-old Jacob Rangel arrested for the shooting of Jose Luis Rivera, a.k.a. Cornman. As you know, we reported on this a while back. There was a shooting of a man, Jose Luis Rivera, a.k.a. Cornman. He was shot, ended up dying, and there was, you know, a hunt for the suspect after that. And Jacob Rangel was arrested for it just yesterday. And when they asked him why he did it, he said that, well, earlier there had been an argument between him and Jose, and I guess he didn't have enough money for a purchase. Jose wouldn't let him purchase it, so he came back and shot him. That's really messed up. Okay, well, it was really cold today, really cold this morning, in fact, 36 degrees, it had a frost, and we're going to be looking for that for many days after today. Again, freezing cold temperatures in the early morning hours, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Good thing I don't wake up that early. Right, later on today, it's going to be 67 degrees. So go ahead and get out some sun when it goes out and does that. All right, we're going to have the review of Morgan Rose's EP, but before we do that, go ahead and let you know of Gremlins right here. That's right, Gremlins. I'm going to do my best impersonation of a gremlin right now. Gizmo Caca. All right, that probably not was a great impersonation, but go ahead and get the real thing, Gremlins, right now at Ray's Video. Even though they're doing some redecorating, remodeling because of Christmas time and getting more movies and shipments in, they still got the 6 feet distance. There's still, you know, great movies out there, including Gremlins. Only $1 for DVD, 50 cents for VHS, and 7-day rental. So good things. It's a Christmas movie. I tell you it is. If you don't believe me, come over here and rent it. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get to the review of Morgan Rose. Morgan Rose, if you don't know, is the drummer from Seven Dust. And sometimes vocalist as well as in that band. And he's done other projects, but never a solo release. This is his first EP release entitled Controlled Chaos. It was released last week, Friday, November 27th, 2020 on Rise Records, which is also the record company that has Seven Dust on there. The EP includes 6 tracks over 20 minutes. Morgan Rose shows his singing chops on tracks like The Answer. I showed you that the other day, that track, as well as Clarity Today, another song, Exhale, and others. If you're looking for more, Seven Dust. After Blood Stone LP, this EP that Rose released is a good continuation. It is a short, sweet, release. It's what to come from Rose. I think he has much more to come. Unfortunately, we're not going to see that far as, venue-wise. But I think in the next couple months to a year, I see him releasing a full LP. Hopefully in that time we'll also know whether or not if himself or Seven Dust will go on tour to support either release. But either way, go pick up either of them today. I want to give Morgan Rose's new release, Controlled Chaos, 3 out of 5 stars, okay? If you like new metal, if you like hard crunching rock, industrial metal, sort of kind of like, early 2000s, right? Just kind of in there, and you know what Seven Dust sounds like, and you want a continuation of it, go ahead and get Morgan Rose's Controlled Chaos EP today, all right? All right, gonna go ahead and I think we have time for just one game. 399 games, puzzles, trivia challenges, and questions, and all that hoopla. All right, here we go. Gonna find one. Hopefully, I'm not stupid at. Here we go. Hurrah! This is all the answers in with word definition. Game begin with the letter H. Popular children's game that usually involves chalk outline on the sidewalk. Hopscotch, right? Hopscotch. Well, that ends with an H and starts with an H. With chopped potatoes, a good way to use leftover roast beef or corned beef. Not hash browns, but hash. An ancient Middle Eastern candy used made up of sesame flour and honey. Sesame flour and honey. Sesame flour and honey. Don't know. To fasten or to marry. To fasten or to marry. Hitch. Nonsense. Bunk. Hooey. An exclamation in praise of God. It's also the chorus from Handel's Messiah. Exclamation of hallelujah. Spelled that wrong. A feeling, a sixth sense, a premonition. Premonition. Something with an H that also ends with an H. A type of pipe that has a well water to cool the smoke. Type of pipe. Type of pipe. I'm thinking like, bong, weed pipe, but I don't think that's the type of pipe they're thinking of. As a noun, it's a small opening. As a verb, emerged from an egg. Hatch. Severe, cruel, unkind, or strict. A cage for rabbits or a cupboard that usually has open shelves. Hutch. I'm going to say severe, cruel, unkind, or strict. Harsh. There we go. A type of pipe, a well to a water to hold the coldest smoke. Type of pipe. I don't know. Nonsense, hunk, hooey. Middle Eastern candy, usually made up of sesame flour and honey. Oh, Feeling a sixth sense, a premonition. Don't know. Let's go ahead and see what the answers are. 84. 84. 84. Alright, hold on. What are you holding on to? My deck. 84. Okay, here we go. I think I'm right here. Okay, hurrah. They both start and end with H. The first one, hopscotch, a game that ends with H and begins with H. Number 2, hash, breakfast meal that begins and ends with H. Number 3, halva, which is an ancient Middle Eastern candy usually made up of sesame flour and honey. Was never going to get that. Too fast in order to marry was hitch. Nonsense, bunk, hooey is hogwash. Number 6, acclamation of praise of God is also the chorus from Handel's Messiah. Hallelujah. A feeling, a sixth sense, a premonition. That is a hunch. Oh, I should have got that one. 8, type of pipe that has a well water to cool the smoke. Hookah. I should have got that one as well, but I didn't think of that. Because it has something to do with like bongs and, smoking and actual stuff. It's not like a pipe that I was thinking of, like, oh, it has to do with a pipe. What? I have no idea. As a noun, it's a small opening. As a verb, it means to emerge from an egg. Hatch, severe, cruel, unkind, or strict. Harsh, a cage for rabbits or a cupboard that usually has open shelves, a hutch. So this time I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 11. So 7 out of 11, but a C minus. My dad probably give me a D, but he's not alive, so kidding. That's really harsh. But I'm going to go ahead and give myself a D because I just said that, you jack off. Anyhow, right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about tomorrow's show. We're going to have Funky Fridays. We're also going to have my bounty. We're going to have some music you probably never heard of, some news, this time for sure, I'm going to try and find something on the excursion. Maybe I'll even have some throwback, from Thursday I should have, on Friday. Come back and join me. All right, we also got some sponsors to talk about. Neon Universal Gas Lighter Refill, 5 times more than usual butane lighters. We've got Diabetics Foot Cream for you diabetics and for your feet right here. And Comfort Yosemite Sanitary Soap. It may seem small, but it packs a powerful punch, and you need it in these times where we have COVID and other germs just waiting around for you. All right, well, here's more of Morgan Rose and his Controlled Chaos EP. This is Clarity. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good rest of the day. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Jake's Bounty was filmed at Fornicate Yourself Records Production, 2020. You can follow Jake on his Facebook page. Just don't follow him getting cans. Also, go to his channel, leave him a like, leave him a comment, and please subscribe.